So one thing that came up during our LOL session was about when to use the Gradescope icon or when to use Gradescope LTI Assignment 1.3. It turns out I think you can use either because I set up my course using Gradescope, but the LTI 1.3 is what gives you the link to the Blackboard gradebook. So I didn't know how to bring the grades over from Gradescope into Blackboard. It's that LTI tool that lets you do that. So you can either go from scratch on this, or you can do what I did, which is set everything up in Gradescope and then create the connection retroactively. But either way, you start with Content Market, and now you're choosing Gradescope Assignment LTI 1.3. It goes into your Gradescope, and it will ask you, if you haven't set anything at all, it'll take you right through step 1. Do you want to link to an existing course or a new course? If you haven't created any assignments, it'll say, or even if you have, do you want a new Gradescope assignment or an existing Gradescope assignment? And that's where the previous setup I have done comes in. I choose an existing Gradescope assignment, and I choose that particular assignment, and I hit link. So then I can go to Blackboard, the gradebook, and there will be a column all the way over on the end that represents that grade. So I'm going to quickly hide this from students, and now if I go to the Blackboard gradebook, it will... Here, let me pause. I have to cover the student grade. Okay, I did an oops there. I chose unassigned, and I should have chosen something else. I had to go in and unlink it. I can show you how to do that at the end. But anyway, now that I fixed that, if I go into the grade book, all the way over at the end here, I do have, I'm covering the student information in between, a column that says Pretend Exam 1 that's worth the correct number of points. Now, I've already run and grade this. I have grades, but they're not showing up in that column. So the next thing I need to do is get those grades transferred over from Gradescope into Blackboard, since I did this all not using the LTI tool. So let me pause and get back to the content area. So in the content area, I'm going to click on this link to Pretend Exam 1 and see where it takes me. I hid it from students because, again, I don't want them messing with it. And remember, these are not real exam scores. This is just me. I used an old exam that happens to have some students in common here just to get this. And I'm now going to post all grades to Blackboard, to MCPHS Blackboard, and it's going to think for a minute. So I'll hit pause when it's doing that. Well, let's see if it works. It took a little while last time. And now it's telling me grade successfully posted to MCPHS Blackboard. I'm going to hit close. And now I'm going to go back to the content area, and I want to go to the gradebook. So I'm going to click on that and scroll all the way over to the end, but I have to pause so I can cover the students' real grades. Okay, and so now that I have posted the grades to MCPHS Blackboard, it has sent the grades over. Notice it's still hidden from students. And that note also that these are not real grades. First of all, the assignment doesn't count. Second of all, I didn't even update the key to match. But it did work. So you can either do everything through the LTI tool, or you can set it up with Gradescope and then retroactively use the LTI tool to create the link after the fact. And that's all I had to say.